listening to Rockers for Wildlife Radio with Paul Paget, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hey, everybody. Well, for any of you all that might have jumped on the front end and got jilted, we had a little bit of a computer problem. You know, we're in the digital world. I come from the analog world, moving into the digital world, and I still love analog, baby. Just a lot less moving parts. So anyway, if you experience just a little hiccup, it's because it was a hiccup. We've got it fixed, though. We're back, and it's an amazing day. You know what? This is the greatest day of our lives. I hope you're experiencing the same thing, because tomorrow might not happen. So with that being said, I hope you're doing the best you possibly can do today. And you know what? We are in the studio with two amazing individuals doing amazing things, elevating people, elevating the world, elevating themselves. Good Lord, they were in an elevator coming here. So it's all about elevating today. So I've got the beautiful Carlita Hodges here. I was so fortunate to have met her at the Beverly Hills tennis celebrity event. And it was the grace of God that brought us together. Say hi, Carlita.
Hello there.
Whoa, listen to that voice.
How are you guys?
We're amazing now. I just pulled up your shot on Carlita, and that's a dash Hodges.com, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's her website, Carlita-Hodges.com. And the picture on the front of her site, you might not even make it through the rest of her website, because that picture is so darn stunning. It is beautiful. Love the backdrop, just the whole thing, just an angel.
Thank you.
Wow. So I know you've got a handful of things going on. We're going to swing back, and we're talking a lot about stuff. But I've got my real good friend, and he was at the Beverly Hills tennis event, and polo, and our Prince tribute. And good Lord, man, we're starting to get one hell of an IMDb right here. But I've got wonderful actor Saeed Faraj in the house.
Hey, how are you guys? How you doing? Thanks for inviting me here, and it's nice to meet you. So I'm sure we're going to have some great show today, right?
Oh my God, great is an understatement. I don't even think Webster's.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to say congratulations for your show. You know, I wish you all the best and for many, many years to come.
Hey man, I appreciate that. You know, you've seen part of that journey, and you've had one hell of a journey yourself, just coming from another country, battling through, and just tremendous success, but also a tremendous talent. So this room is loaded with talent today. It is. It's crazy. And I know Carlita, she's all, she's making transformations happen daily in people's lives. I've read a lot about her, and we are going to talk about how to educate on, just the whole essence of what's going on in the world, and how can we help other people. And, she's one of the most sought-after ex-celebrity basketball wives and speakers in Hollywood. And let me tell you, taking the literary world by storm, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, my
yes.
God.
I want to say thank you for having me here, and it is a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Likewise.
And congratulations on your show.
Thank
but
you.
yeah, the
Appreciate
literary world is extremely exciting.
Yeah, I in fact, since we're live video, so we can look out and say hi to everybody, but let me tell you, Carlita's way out of the dark into the light, my journey. And now I am very excited. She brought this. She's actually going to sign this for me today. But I'm so excited to read about, well, I can tell you right now, it's a movie. I mean, this is just the start, people. We're already talking about a movie on her life. It is. It's a real Hollywood story, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'm actually writing it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm writing it. It's a challenge, but it's going to happen. Yes.
Well, I think your life's been chalked through with tons of challenges, but she's like a triathlete. This woman has jumped through hoops and over huge obstacles in her life. And, that's why we like having individuals like yourself on. Same with Saeed. Same with myself. I'm just a country boy hick from Oklahoma. I made it somehow. Yeah. Then y'all didn't see my buffalo sitting out front that I rode in today? He's really good on gas. But it's great being around people that have, you've just lived life. We all have, it's what I always tell everybody. we all have challenges that we face every day. So other people that might be smug or having a moment, and you go, wow, what's wrong with that butthead? You know what? Here's the thing to think. They're going through something unique to themselves that's different than what we're going through. Or it's the same, but it's always got a little different mix. Everybody's going through something. We're in a turmoiled world right now. It's just like I was coming out of an area downtown the other day, and I saw a girl slumped over at her wheel. She had been screaming, yelling, looking like she was having a really horrible day. And so it makes you think, wow, my life's good. You know? Because it
woke up.
Yeah, I woke up. Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
You
That's
know,
good.
you know. I think
I woke up
that,
in many ways.
I think that a lot of people, when they have experiences in their life, a lot of times everybody being asked this question. It's like, would you like to go back in time, younger, or would you like to be right now? Every single person that experience a lot and have a lot of knowledge, I find out they always say, I would like to have the knowledge and the experience that I have right now, but go back in time. It's impossible to do, because you see, for example, to myself, I mean, yeah, of course I'd like to go back, but I enjoyed what I established with myself as knowledge.
Exactly.
You know? And I think that a lot is sad when you have talent and you waste it, or is sad when you have an experience, whatever kind of an experience, and for some odd reason is that you don't learn from this experience and you continue making the same mistakes over and over again. I think that that's definitely is very important, you know.
Oh yeah, that's prophetic, definitely. You know, and the only way, you know, it's the sweet and sour of life.
Yeah.
Without the sweet, you wouldn't know it was sour. And without the sour, you wouldn't know it was sweet. So that dichotomy's got to be in place. And no better person to talk about this. Now, I could lead you all into all of this and what she's gone through in the celebrity world. Where do you want to start, Carlita? I mean, your journey's so impressive. So let's tell everybody where you're from. What was your early years like?
Yes. I'm from Chicago. I am number 5 of 9 children, and let's start here. I've 3 children. I have 2 by my ex-husband, who is Craig Hodges, who played in the NBA.
Yes.
And then I have, yeah.
Outside.
Nice.
I love him. And I have a new daughter. She's 9 now.
Congrats.
And if they ever say you can't have children at 46, I did.
Hey.
Yeah, so she's 9 and she's challenging. But she actually brought out a lot of these juices that I didn't know I had. I wrote a book.
Nice.
I have a foundation for domestic violence.
Love it.
And I'm writing a screenplay to the book. I've written 2 sitcoms that I'm excited about.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I'm learning Carlita now. And no, I don't want to do over.
Yeah, so I've actually, you know
Okay.
what? Now we're getting kinky in the studio here. All
Hey,
right.
you know, I started it, yeah.
You know what? I have to agree with you, Carlita, because if somebody dropped a time machine right here and said, change anything you want,
Nope.
I'd tell them to take it back.
Right, I don't want to do
I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Right.
1 millisecond, a fraction of a millisecond, and we would not be sitting here right now.
I don't. I like what I've experienced. I've learned a lot. I was in a domestic situation and didn't know I was in it.
Right. Boy,
Okay,
I
so
hear
yeah, so that gets kind of crazy because a lot of people, well, I can say there's my grandmother, not the one I showed you, but my grandmother told me, stay in it, don't leave.
Right.
And then
Old
I
school.
thought, oh gosh, you marry him, I'm tired.
Painful.
Yeah, because I had a sick kid with cancer, so I had my life was up and down,
Right.
and you know, you live and you learn. But no, I don't want to do over. I have learned a lot of things, and I'm a big girl now, for sure. Yeah, and the life in the NBA was fun.
How old were you back then?
23 it started out. Yeah,
Wow,
23.
early.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we were married for 10 and a half years. And I was really innocent then.
So that's changed now?
Absolutely.
I'm not commenting on that.
Yeah. I was waiting for Saeed, but I had to go ahead and throw
Nope.
a punch.
I'm sealing this one. I'm just using this. That's it.
You see me look at him like.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
Carlita looked over at
Yes.
him. So you have to see that on video. That was
Yes, I
classic.
was extremely innocent, and I was I'm still very much into my family.
Yes.
But you live and you learn, and I was was I vulnerable all the time? Pretty much, yeah. Until it got to hurt. The hurt just got too big for me.
I understand.
And I thought, okay, enough of this. But yeah,
Absolutely.
it was about the children after that. But yeah, I had to teach, just it's in the book. I had to teach my husband how to cheat on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting
Whoa,
concept.
whoa.
Yeah.
Time
Hang
out
on,
on this
here's
one.
Saeed.
No, seriously.
No.
You had to teach?
Yeah, because I kept finding things out that if you're cheating, I shouldn't have to find that out, and it didn't feel good. And, and then now, today, I mean, it's just like the sky's the limit. Everybody wants an NBA ball player. Now, I wouldn't date an athlete if you paid me today.
How about an actor?
I don't know. I think she's getting ready to cross that one off her list today.
Yeah, okay, good. An entertainer, right? Or in the same thing. Do you think you will experience the same thing though?
Absolutely. I mean, there are ground rules now, today. I didn't know going in at 23 that I just thought it was like you get married, you love each other, you have children, you get that house, and you get the 2.5 kids with a puppy and the white picket fence. But that was so...
Oh,
Yeah, that was such a...
That's old school thought.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit's right. Oh, yeah.
Yep, I hear that again.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but I still believe in love. I still believe that there's a happy ever after. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm watching you.
I like it. Yeah, there is actually a happily ever after. And you know what? Everything in life is just a journey. And we don't know if we're going to have one season with that specific individual or if we're going to have 15 or 20. But nothing's forever because we don't live forever.
Absolutely.
And I'd rather end up splitting up and being happy for both sides more than anything, because it's not a single-sided element. When you spend that much time with somebody in life, you always want to wish them the best, especially if you had kids with them and all that.
Absolutely.
I don't wish any
Absolutely.
ill will on anybody, but I also in the same, you have to take command, because nobody else will take command in your own life the way that you do. Right. And that's what you did. You grabbed the bull by the horns and flipped and wrestled it to the ground, tied it up. I'm ready for a T-bone, actually.
I did. I really did. It was a lot of work, though, because being a single parent was extremely hard, especially raising boys.
Oh, yeah.
And then being from Chicago, it was challenging because once the situation was over, because I was, I'm going to just give a little bit.
Oh, please.
You're
Let's hear the
might get
dirt.
scared, yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
I was for 20 plus years and still today known as the worst sports wife in the world. Okay.
What makes you
Almost
that?
right.
And who is the person that deems that title to somebody?
I saw that title some time ago before I wrote the book, which is why I wrote the book. I was never able to tell my side of the story because they said that I tried to kill my ex-husband.
Ouch.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I didn't.
Right.
I'm sweet.
Oh, you are.
Did they say how?
Yeah, they said I tried to burn him up.
Oh, damn.
Was that with a visual
Wow.
look, or was that with something that ignites? No.
Ignites.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't just a piercing look.
I did some of the stuff they said, but I
Sure.
didn't. My head was so not here, and he had did some things to me, and
Sure.
that I reacted. It's what I told the judge.
You know what? Reacted. That's a good word, because you know what? I've been looking for a dummy's guide to relationships for quite some time. I actually think I'm getting ready to start and write one, but I know one thing: we're humans, so there really isn't a guidebook. And when it comes to emotions like that, it can trigger things.
Well, yeah. There was a moment that I could have definitely gotten off temporarily insane.
Yeah.
Because he had taken my children from me.
Oh. Well, that'd go.
And
yeah.
I'm not going to go there because
hear you.
that will make me cry.
Sure.
Um,
I've got Kleenex. There you go.
Yeah. And yeah, he took my children from me. And you're so sweet.
Saeed leans his sleeve over for her. He's such a damn gentleman. That's just, he's like peeling his shirt off. Here's his Kleenex, honey.
Yes. But yeah, he took my children and on trickery because it was election time and he was playing with Michael Jordan, you know, with the Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was the hero and I was the dumb wife. But yeah, I'm still a great mother. But yeah, he took the kids from me and it was horrible. I came back to town and I was served by the police that I couldn't get my children. Oh God, I'm having a moment. So,
What moment is that?
I don't like to talk about that. It's sad because I go right there to that day.
Yeah.
And I broke down in snow in a fur coat, and they had to pick me up because I couldn't believe it. Wow. Other than a quick vacation, I'd never been away from my children.
Right.
And I couldn't see them. And so my insane moment was, you've been to Chicago, and there's a freeway called the Edens Expressway.
Yep.
And I drove on it because I knew his schedule, and I sat on the side of the road and waited for him so that I could wave at my children. And I took my truck and I said, and got right behind him, and I laid on the horn just so that I could see my children.
Wow.
What a moment.
Wow.
Yeah, I was so, and when it was over, I was like, I really did that? You know, and yeah, I was definitely out of my head. But I hadn't seen them. And it was a lot of moments like that. And I talk about some of them in the book.
Sure.
You know, and I tell my dirt too, because trust me, if you can give it, I can give it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really transparent in my book about it, because, you know, there's some things that I did. I actually, I can say this.
You can say whatever the hell you want.
And the website is the website, Carlita-Hodges.com. You can buy the book there. Yes. I did have an affair, you know, but I did tell him one time, you know what, I'll be bored, but I won't get lonely, so you better not play. And I had caught him doing some things, and I thought, what's good for you is good for me, so I did. I didn't go in it having an affair. I didn't go into the affair.
Right.
Hi.
But I was waiting because you said that you're going to do that into a script, right? If there's anywhere in the script that you met a Middle Eastern guy.
I met whom?
A Middle Eastern guy.
No.
Well, let's in case you want to write the book. In case you want to write the book, so let's do this. You're going to start with an interview in the radio station like this, so I will be in your movie. Because I know this movie is going to win some awards.
Absolutely.
Because it's like.
So that means you're getting ready to produce it?
We can.
We got a producer right here.
I have the right agents. I have the right people.
Wow, Carlita just took this to the next level here. Wow.
Yeah, I think my life is like, what's love got to do with it, with a bang, pop, and a twist.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it. A bang, a pop, and a twist. That sounds kinky, too.
I think.
I had to throw that in. Saeed's bringing it out in me, people, and everybody that's out there going, "No, you've already got that." So.
But yeah, it's a great read, not just because I wrote it.
Yes.
But I tell my dirt as well, but I didn't start the dirt.
Right.
Yeah, I just finished it.
So
I
you will
understand.
continue about the affair as well.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't go into it. Even in the affair, I didn't go. It was just a moment of friendships, and my ex-husband kept pushing me. I didn't know, and I don't think he knew because we were kids.
Friends with benefits, right?
No, he didn't have benefits.
I was just checking.
Is this what they called them?
I was just.
No, it wasn't benefits. It was just friendships.
I got you.
You know, he
Just
put me
checking.
in charge of an individual who's actually pretty. You guys know him. I'll say his name in a minute, but he's pretty well known. But you know, he hadn't made it, and I was helping him. Didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
But it was taken away from me and my children, and I told my ex-husband, "Stop! You know, I don't want to do this. I don't know what I'm doing."
Right.
And he says, "Well, I want you to do this, this, and this, and this." And I was like, "Okay, you keep pushing."
Right.
And I was vulnerable.
Oh.
And R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. Oh yeah, I saw that. I read that. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming. I just had to
Kelly,
let
really?
I just had to let her take the lid off of that one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a.
I love R. Kelly.
It lasted about a
Ooh,
year.
well, if you're gonna go jack
Wow.
around, my God, you're going
R.
to the
Kelly
top.
is like,
It wasn't R. He wasn't R. Kelly then, but it's
it doesn't
He's
matter.
still R. Kelly.
R. Kelly is R. Kelly, and
Yeah.
and he have one of the most inspirational songs in the history. I mean,
What's that?
his song. I mean,
Oh, all of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's brilliant as
He
a
is.
singer and.
But yeah, it.
So
got-
how old were you then? Were you in your 20s or 30s then?
I was in my 30s at this point.
Wow.
And
Did
he
he
was-
sing you a love song?
He sang a lot of songs.
Ooh, that had to have just been so intimate and cool. No, I can just picture him over on a keyboard or
just
something.
like reading your
Candles are lit.
mind.
No, those are these huge moments in life. Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
It's like you
I-
don't say
I was
R.
get-
Kelly in like.
I was getting excited for you.
and now you say it for us. I mean.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So let's talk highlights.
Okay.
What are some of the greatest moments? Now, I know you got 3 kids. So there's 3 amazing moments. And I know that you, was it your first son that struggled with cancer, correct?
The second one.
Second one.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's now out of the woods and doing amazing.
Yeah.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Parenting, yes.
Parenting.
Well,
There you go.
highlights. I got my son a scholarship in 7 days.
Bam.
I didn't know what I was doing then, but I'm Buddhist.
Gotcha.
And so I chanted, and they say to move into your light. So I thought, okay, I'm going to chant, and you're going to show me what to do, universe.
Boom.
And that's exactly what happened. I chant like Tina Turner, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Love it.
Yeah, and so
Feel free to bust loose on some of that. I
Nam
mean,
Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Olele bole. Oh no! Sorry,
so-
I got the
yeah.
wrong. I was on the wrong
That's
song.
really wrong song.
Even
I'm
wrong
just
pitch.
playing. I'm just no, but
So-
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I chanted, and I told him to. I was actually sick with thyroid cancer, and at the time, and I didn't know what I was doing because I thought his father would get him in college. I'm like, you were the one who played, you do it, and it didn't happen. And I thought, okay, I got you, don't worry. And so, because in Buddhism they tell you whatever your heart desires, you can have.
Absolutely.
And so I did, and it proved me right because I thought, okay. And I told him, I said, send me some information on, because he was living in Chicago with his dad at the time. And I said, send me some clippings and some information on you and some stats, because he is good. He's in Germany now playing.
Right.
And he did, and I put a book together, and I sent it out to like 30 colleges around the area in LA. And they started calling me. And when they called me, let me tell you something, I froze. I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do now?
Right.
So I called a friend of mine, and he helped me out. And we started going to interviews. And then I flew my son out a week before Mother's Day, and he got a scholarship that following Monday.
Congratulations.
You mean to play basketball?
Basketball, yes.
Oh,
That
really?
is
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And then the next year, my younger son, he says, Mom, I want to come to college in California. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me last year? And so I set up a meeting. They went to Long Beach State, both of them.
Nice.
I set up a meeting because I don't understand the word N-O.
Me neither.
I don't understand
That
the
means
N
somebody
or the O.
misunderstood what
Yeah,
the.
like,
W-
I only
what?
understand
N-O?
yes.
We don't
What
do
that means?
know.
I have no clue.
Exactly.
And so they told me that they didn't have any dorms and he couldn't get in college. And I thought, ooh, are you Mr. Long Beach? And
Ooh, yeah.
and they said, well, no, I need a meeting with Mr. Long Beach. And I got him in the school. He didn't play ball because he was with the cancer and sick and all that.
Right.
But he got in school in about 2 hours. Yeah, so
Sweet.
yeah, I did that.
That's a great story. That's huge.
It's in the book.
Congratulations. I can't wait to read that. So you touched on something. I just got to go there. I apologize because I suffered too. Thyroid.
Yes.
Did you lose your thyroid?
I did.
I did too.
Yes.
And so that's where I've got the 5-inch scar across my neck.
I did not get the surgery because I'm so vain.
You know what? They were trying to give me, gave me the radioactive pill first, and I started glowing. And so, no, I didn't glow, but
It was
I went off into these trimmers. They were full body trimmers. I thought I was actually going Parkinson's. I thought I was going Michael J. Fox on it, and it terrified me. So for 2 years, I had these trimmers, and it was because of the reaction to that radioactive pill. And I had to finally make the decision, yank the thyroid. And so I'm on synthetic hormones to manage my whole thing.
So do I. But let me share with you.
Please share.
I took the pill,
Uh-huh.
and they told me that I would never have another baby. Not that I wanted one, because I was good. I have 2 boys, and
Sure.
I was good. But I started taking Dr. Sabi female formula. I have a 9-year-old.
Bam. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't really follow what doctors say. Doctors are practicing medicine.
He is a homeo. Well,
That's
he's gone
key.
now.
No. But as far as when doctors say you can or can't do something, and that they give you this pill and all of a sudden they plant in your mind that you're done.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not true.
Right.
I don't buy it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't buy it. And you're living proof. You know? It's key. Congratulations. That's a gift.
So yeah, I have a daughter.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Got your daughter.
I wasn't trying for her.
Yeah, but that's all good. God had a plan.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now I'm just marching to the beat.
I'm loving it.
You know, because she's like the sitcom I've written is about she and I.
Really?
It's amazing.
Nice.
Does it have any Middle Eastern character?
Actually, it does. It does. He's my next door neighbor.
Really?
Oh, hang on. So
does he
he's
have
a
an
horny,
accent?
Horny, good-looking,
He's
Middle
all,
Eastern.
He's all of that.
Gotcha. Yep. And you know what? In that one, he has to. He's also a pool boy, and he has to wear a thong bikini 3 sizes too small in that, right?
Make the sitcom, I will be there.
The fact that the husband passes away and the neighborhood, and you're my neighbor, know that, and you're always over my house. Did you know that?
Milkman.
I will love that, especially the guy. But because we do have one in every single family, they always have this person that he always, every time he comes, he goes straight to the refrigerator, open the refrigerator. Oh, you want some food? Just like, yeah, help yourself.
No, my neighbor's always cooking these dishes because she's so picky about eating. So
She
you're
or
always
he?
So kibasas.
Yes, he's always. My neighbor's always. This is the sitcom. He's. I'm laying it out.
Yeah,
for
lay
you.
it out. Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
The sitcom. I'm
Let's
gonna
sign
give
an
it all to you.
NDA.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a teeny bit.
Okay, a little
my
nibble
neighbor
here.
is always cooking because she's home with the kid, this little kid and the grandmother, and you're always cooking for us. And I'm like, I don't want to try that, and you're always convincing me to try it, and it's like, good. Okay.
By the way, I
Wow.
do cook, and I'm good.
Yeah, those SpaghettiOs you cooked that last time I was over, really good. They're the best I've ever had.
Out of the can.
Yeah.
No, I don't do anything.
No, everything Saeed does, it's all just top notch. So
Yes.
I want to ask, let's, wow, we could make 5 or 10 shows out of this, which we are inviting, obviously. They're all coming back, so you already know how that works. So
Part 2.
here we've got award-winning international actor Saeed Faraj.
Yay.
He was infatuated with acting, and he watched the adaptation of Los Miserables. And fast forward to 1983, he found himself in the U.S. Lead us from there, brother.
Oh Lord.
That front end story is
I'll tell
really
you
good.
Yes, I'll tell you exactly when it was. October 17,
Wow.
and it was a life-death situation that I have to flee the country. I came over here. I reached from New York. It was actually took 4 days after the bombing of 1983, the American embassy in
Yep.
Lebanon, and it was really tough for any of the Middle Eastern guys to come to this country. But I was blessed because I believe in destiny, and my destiny is to be in this country. And I end up coming from New York to here. When I reach over here, it's so funny because in my country we go by last names. Like let's say Faraj would be North Hollywood. Let's say Johnson would be LA. So
Yeah.
so I was in the idea that my uncle, he lives in North Hollywood, and I thought North Hollywood is a couple of streets. So I reached to the airport, And I told him, Uncle Isam, North Hollywood. It's like, okay, you take this RTD bus. Back in the days, not a metro, it was RTD.
Exactly.
And they dropped me exactly at the corner of Colfax and Riverside. So I told him, North Hollywood? It's like, this is it. So I went stand. I had $235 in my pocket and a luggage. That's it.
Wow.
So I sit down on there was a small hamburger place. My dream to eat some American hamburgers.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just sitting on the bench, and I'm sitting, I'm waiting. It's like, now will come. It was exactly around probably 12 something. So I'm waiting. The night comes, and I'm going like, okay, my uncle Isam is not here. So what happened? Ouch. And guess what? For the next 2 weeks, this is what I stayed, and I ate one hamburger a day. And waiting for my uncle.
Wow.
So I was like, the money is going, so I needed to go and try to figure out what I need to do. I walk up the street, which is on Colfax, and if anybody is in that area, the ESL school is still on the left-hand side, going up towards North Hollywood High School. Yeah. And I saw a guy who looks a little Middle Eastern. I was like, Arabic? Yes. So we talked. One thing led to another. Again, destiny. He told me, I will try to help you. He's from Syria. And he have people that he knows in liquor stores. And one thing, he ended up finding that my uncle lives 2 streets down from where I was at.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow. The front end's very interesting, but I'm going to fast forward you here. Now, I'm going to have to read it because the list, what has happened from his burger sidewalk days has been beyond impressive. He's worked on The Green Zone with Matt Damon. He's worked on Ghost with Patrick Swayze, Bad Influence, Rob Lowe, The True Romance, Christian Slater, Denzel, baby, in the house, The Siege. He's worked with just about every major director and producer out there. Todd Phillips, Curtis Hanson, Sam Raimi, Tony Scott, Jerry Zucker, Ed Zwick. Been on NCIS, Bones. God bless. What haven't you been on? Holy
A
mackerel.
few of them I'm still on weight, and I just want to tell you something real fast. I need to give a big shout out to everybody who's successful. If you look at them, they have a full team behind them. They have an agent, a manager, a publicist, a lawyer, an advisor, assistant. And all of them, they work in one direction as you are a brand.
Absolutely.
And it depends how good your brand is, it goes.
Well, team, I've always said, stands for together, everybody achieves more.
I like that.
I
Boom.
like that.
And that's the only way it works, because there is no I in team. I know that's kind of a corny phrase, but it's fact. The only way that I've ever done anything great in life is because of the help of others that believed in where I was going.
Amen.
And that's it. Now, the American Failure. Bring us up to speed on latest work.
Latest work, I actually, when I did it in 2012, got accepted to Cannes Film Festival. I submitted to 67 film festivals, was in every single major newspaper and magazine. It won, the last one, it was this year actually, at the LA Nollywood Film Festival. It won 4 Best Actor, 3 Best Picture, and 3 Best Director.
Good.
Now that marked producing, writing, and directing.
Amen. I co-direct and I co-write because I had the idea 20 years ago. I have Bill Stevens was the writer, and then I brought in Chris Anglin, which is he make it into the LA style, as well as I have my best friend. His name is Sam Sacco. Who he was one of the co-producer between me and him. And I was working on one project. I brought in the director. Halfway, the director she pulled out, but everything is cool. I took over and finished my film. If you believe in something, you cannot just let small challenges get in your way. So
now think about that. Okay, so he just talked about being dropped off on the sidewalk in Hollywood. 2 weeks eating a burger a day, finds out uncle lives 2 blocks away, didn't have to go through the pain and the agony, could have walked over there in 5 minutes, but That's part of what a journey's about. It's the
Yes.
sweet and the sour. Without that front end, you wouldn't have crossed over. You might have missed that mark.
Yes.
And look at that your first producing, writing, directorial debut. 3 Best Picture, 3 Best Actor, Best Director. This is insane.
Absolutely.
This is what it's about when you follow your destiny and follow your dream. It's not about ego. It's about following your gut intuition. If you feel it, go for it. Don't be afraid. And by the way, fear is a great motivator. It is. If it's used properly and not the one that beats you to death and drops you where you're reaching up to touch bottom, it's a real interesting space. That's one thing about my friendship with you is that the battle.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I love that part. And here you are. You took the gloves off and went barefisted on it, baby.
You know, perseverance and also persistence, hard work, and again, I give a big shout out to my agent at the Media Artists Group, Sheila Leggett, and all the guys. As also, I used to have my my awesome manager Steve Owens back in the days. I mean, you need to have people that believe in you, you know, and believe in your talent.
Right.
It starts with you. You know, it's like when you have a talent, you need to believe that God is definitely is a gift from God. You cannot teach it. You cannot give it to somebody else. It's your gift. And then when you recognize it, then you cannot abuse it. You need to learn how to warm it up. So and you need to understand when you reach to a certain time, a certain period of time that you feel like you get stuck. Like, let's say I was doing under five, and I couldn't break into the guest starring role. I couldn't break into a lead roles or supporting roles. Then you need to go and take some acting classes, and you need to find out who you need to go to. I have a fantastic coach. Her name is Candy Herman, and she have West Side studio in Encino. I think she's around that area. And what happened is that she helped a lot. She helped me a lot of, first of all, I'm dyslexic. I didn't even know that. And that's what I read backwards. And because I'm Middle Eastern, we write from right to left. So I was like,
You're all jacked
crisscross.
up.
So yes.
Yeah, wow.
And
Is that why you were in the women's bathroom earlier?
That's exactly what is it.
Oh,
And
I thought you read that back.
and
It's
sometimes
like,
I wear a
man,
thong, so you know, yeah.
It's like I knew he was kinky. It was just dyslexia.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Gotcha. All right. Carlita's
I didn't
blossoming.
say it,
She's
but,
blossoming
yes, I
over here. Is that confirmation?
Yeah. Yes, it is. So what we're talking about? Anyways,
I think it was a burger on a sidewalk.
but to go back, I still
you were
remember.
thanking everybody.
I was thanking everybody, and again, I have to give a big shout out for the team that works with you, and
Absolutely.
when you have, as I said, when you have a talent and you start, drilling it and make sure that the persistent, because you know what, in our career, believe it or not, you have so many people around you ignorance about us.
Absolutely.
And ignorance is limitation of other people not understanding or not willing to understand where we come from.
That's ouch.
And you know, I've been in this business for 35 years, and for me to touch through my work, even in one line, in one word, if I can touch somebody that will make a difference in his life, or touch him in any kind of way in one of my performance, I think that I fulfill my dream, you know.
I love it when you're touching.
Above the belt, yes. With you, yes.
Yeah, I want to jump in here for a second. When I wrote my book, because it was just pages of, I didn't have anybody to talk to when I was kicked out of the
Venting.
town. I said the same thing. I said, if I can touch just one life, I was good. And then I touched a life within my family, which my niece and my sister talked even to this day now. And I almost stopped. But I had a book signing on Sunday. And Monday, I get a phone call from my PR, Joy. Let me shout her out because I
Absolutely.
love her to pieces. Joy Paris. And she told me this woman was on the bus crying reading my book. And I was like, well, did I do something wrong? And she was just so inspired by my story.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's about overcoming.
It is.
Overcoming. And I totally adore you. Because to give back, when you say thank you and you appreciate the people that have helped you and that you've brought them on, amazing. That's big. When you can actually, like this is your journey, but you're not doing it by yourself.
Absolutely.
And just say thank you. It's just amazing.
It's just I'm a child from a Civil War era, that I didn't go to school and my education was very limited because most of the time we were just, you reach to a level where you see bodies cut to pieces. You don't know if you can survive tomorrow. So your dream, or if somebody say, I want you to be a doctor. Good luck on that when you see bombs outside and when you see people and when you see brothers and sisters and everything. So your dreams are shattered.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then the only thing that I think La Misera, when it touched me when I was 7, very in such a way that this is what I want to be. So I always escape to that, like I can be that, and I have, and until now, I still go back to that moment because I think that we, as an actors, we go audition every day and we go and battle, and your agent can do by doing their best to push you into the door.
Yeah.
If you don't prepare for it, I always tell people, I try to teach people and tell them, like, look, you have to prepare for you to go over there. And when people say, well, bad choice is better than no choice at all. It's like, no, this is wrong. You need to prepare yourself because you don't want to waste their time, you don't want to waste your time, and you don't want to go all the way over there. And you know what? I feel that is very important for you to do is just do your job, because when you believe in something, when you believe in something and you believe in something very hard and you feel that you have the right team, you feel you wanted to do that, you wanted to reach there, you wanted to and we get down, we get crushed as talent. Every single actor and every single person that listening to us right now knows in any kind of sports to any kind of in the acting business and the entertainment business, in any kind of thing, how many rejection you get.
Yes.
We have the skin that we have. People say it's like, come on, can you give it up already? And I was like, you can't give up something that it's a gift from God.
Absolutely.
And you recognize it, and you recognize it that this is, this is a job that is, it's not a job, it's a gift.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you wanted to deny God that gift, then you should, shoot yourself and go, what the heck, So to me, I feel that as long as I believe that this gift that God gave me, and I recognize it, and then when you have people recognize it as well, and when you have a team that believes in you, which is like Sheila for me, my agent is superb because she knows, and they fight, and Gary over there, and the whole media artist group behind you really need to do a good job. And sometimes I feel like, with all due respect to all big production companies here and things like that, they're taking all our jobs to outside.
That's
to
right.
Canada, to London, to Morocco, to this. We have enough talent in this. The only thing that, with all due respect, I don't like to get into politics, but if you give incentive to filmmakers and independent filmmakers and independent production companies, well, we need to keep our act. It's like because we work as talent, we work a lot on our. I work a lot. It's like, I have to learn backwards, okay? So I have to go back, write each sentence around 1,000 times. I have to have somebody preparing it with me and use my visual and go through all this stuff and try to break the stereotype of different acting. And I have a lot of great exclusive stuff happening right now.
Hey, share it, baby.
I definitely will.
Wait. Let's back this train up. I heard exclusive.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
so-
And your show, my man.
Oh, yeah.
So
Let's hear it, baby.
everybody, if you wanted to learn the best of exclusive, you come to my buddy here, Paul. He will make sure
yeah.
to spread the word.
That's
and,
right.
Well, for one thing, is tomorrow I have some ADR voiceover at Warner Brothers, which is I'm really, really so excited about. Just got the call today. Before I
Congrats.
came over here. As well, on this weekend, I'm going to Fresno. For all the Fresno fans, I really look forward to meet every and each one of you. It's a spectacular small short film that we're trying to put together. Hopefully, it's going to get accepted to HBO, and of course
Awesome.
through
Love that.
a producer. His name is George Ohan. That he's a friend that he introduced me to KP and KP Production. We're putting something called a film. It's called A Soul Friction. It's a great small story that I'm really so thrilled and honored to be in it. The DP is his name is Xavier Ibarra. And this, what's interesting about it, because I met George, and from George I met to go to Fresno, but at the same time, Xavier, he have his own film that he's writing, and what I love about this guy, he have a genius mind that he start talking to me, and from the way I talk to him and my mindset, he changed a character and start building a story upon the character of a film that I'm really so excited to say. That's called Haunted Memories, and I really want to thank him a lot because he is listening to my style of way of acting and
Love
way
it.
of talking to him in person. So he created this character that he's still building up right now. And what happened soon, I go to Fresno. From Fresno, I actually I want to thank my agent again. We closed a deal to go to Philadelphia for all my beautiful. I didn't met them, but I would love to see them all over there in Philadelphia. My fans, a film called A Wolf at the Door by Hussein Ahmed. He is a person that saw my work on Green Zone, and we talked to him, and he's like, I have this great story. It's a style of a film that if anybody saw the movie with Viggo Mortensen, it's called European. It's called what is it? It's Eastern Europe or something like that. Anyways, it's a very suspense thriller.
Nice.
And I will be flying over there for a week to
Awesome.
shoot, and then I come back and I will start working with Xavier, and
Wow.
you know, just
Sounds like a
these-
hell of a holiday getting ready to bust loose.
You
for
know, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop for the holidays. I think I want the holiday to bless me for more, because last year, around December, a present that I get, which is I went on audition for NCIS in New Orleans, and I went and shot it over there. It was a
Nice.
great celebration to be over there for the first time. In New Orleans is a beautiful,
Love it.
beautiful state.
Oh
I
yeah, love all
it.
the music, just the whole groove.
You know what?
Food.
And it's
Food.
shame.
Oh, now that's
Uh,
trouble right there.
And it's
exactly.
shame. It's
Yeah.
shame what they're doing over there, because you know what? They need to protect this beautiful, beautiful state and beautiful
Yes.
culture and what
do.
it brings, and the artistic and the talent of the music culture over there is fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna swing it back to Carlita real quick. And by the way, I'm stunned. I'm stoked. I can't, man. Just to keep up with what you got going right now is insane. I'm
Yeah.
looking.
By the way, did I tell you I'm blessed to be here and talking about them?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out too, we do a lot of environmental stuff. So I always have to throw into the show that the power of one does mean something.
Yes.
And it's critical that if you feel you're in a world right now where you need help, you need assistance, there's help and assistance on so many levels these
Yes.
days. Here's the key. This is how life changes things. Decision and action.
Absolutely.
Nothing happens without those two components. The rest of it, procrastination's the thief of time. We've got a
Yes.
planet in peril right now. So some of the things we've got to do if we're going to plan on living a decent life and or pass it on to our kids and our kids' kids,
Yes.
we got to be responsible with what's going on with this planet. So for any of y'all that don't have the money to or feel that you can't do anything that's going to help this planet, I'm going to say it again. Don't accept plastic bags at the grocery store. Take your own bags because we're wiping out the planet. Let me tell you, 80% of our oxygen comes from the oceans.
Absolutely.
All the plastic island, the two gyres, the largest trash dumps on the planet, they're now stating that plastic will outweigh the life in the oceans within the next 10 to 15 years.
That's not good.
By the way, I
Well,
want to commend you for all the great work that you've been doing for the wildlife.
Well,
really.
thank you.
I follow you on Facebook, and when the first time I met you, I didn't know how much you do and how much you travel. And you said, like, I thought first in the beginning when I hear what you do, I was like, oh, it will be fun and great. And then one time I remember that you were going to invite me to come and see how the wildlife is and how much you protect it in certain things, and you understand what people do and how much they destroy certain areas for that. And out of sudden, guess what? It is a fire. I mean, really seriously.
The sand fire.
Sand fire,
Yeah.
and just. But I definitely do commend you what you do
Thank you.
in the sea and also in the wildlife. Is just because I think that as a human being, we care about each other, yet we always try to find ways to hurt each other.
Yes.
And I mean, and then to go and hurt the wildlife, and
Oh, yeah.
it's bad, man.
We're the voice for the voiceless. That's really the
Amen.
bottom line. And the same with what we do with, I work with a lot of the veterans issues and the 30,000 veterans that are lining the bridges out here. This is critical stuff. But
Yes.
here's the thing. I'm not going to get all hell-bent on a big message today other than the factor that if we all band together, so let's just do this. Compounding's this. Save a penny today, save 2 tomorrow, save 3 the next day. All of a sudden, you got a lot of money. Here's the
Yes.
thing. It's not about a lot of money because money isn't going to do you any good if we end up on the extinction list.
Yep,
That's
yep.
right.
It doesn't do us any good. Books, movies, all this stuff goes away. It's great. So we have to protect the sanctity of the gift we were given of this planet.
Absolutely.
Plus, any of us that have kids, I can tell you right now, just look at the last 20 years of changes in our own lives.
Yeah.
Think what the next 20 will be if we don't band together. I don't talk about politics, but you know what? We're in a weird space right now. Lord, please, I know you're in full control.
I
No.
will tell you what is the solution.
What's that? We love solutions.
Solution is very simple. More important than to concentrate on this election, if this is what you're actually indicating to, I think that the more important is what can you do for me and what I can do for you to help each other be
Yeah.
a better human beings.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I think that if that is the case, and especially we need to concentrate on what we can help our kids and
Yeah.
how we can educate them and help them. If we do this, doesn't matter who is in the top, because you know what, it's I pay tax, you pay taxes, and we need to take care of each other, man. And if
Sure.
we put my hand, I don't look at you. What is your color? What is your religion? What is
Exactly.
your if you are Republican or Democrat? Like we don't talk about these things. We talk. It's like, hey, we are friends. And when I always go with an example. Say that 2 examples. One is like, think positive and great things will happen. The
Right.
second one is that is very important. Is not your friend who laughs and you laugh with. Is your friend who cries and you are standing
Boy.
right beside him.
You nailed
Right.
that on the head. You know, Carlita speaks a lot. She's changing a lot of people's lives. She helps on so many levels. I see from abuse and relationships and whatnot.
Yes.
Talk about the depth of that. I mean, God, you've got to hear some amazing stories and the reaching up to touch bottom to the glory moments. So
You don't only hear, you see.
Yeah.
You see the I still go to a class for domestic violence.
do you?
Yes, and I teach because it's horrible. It's
Right.
a young lady just in Chicago last week. did not tell her parents that her boyfriend was abusing her. She ended the relationship, and she took the ring back to him. Ladies, don't take the ring back, mail it. She did.
Ow.
Yeah, today.
Good.
I had a launching in April for the Purple Bottom Foundation, which is the name of my foundation. We had a young lady she just made 22, luckily. Her boyfriend at 18 shot her in the head.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So, yeah. You see the signs. There's red flags. You see the signs. Any name calling, run. I mean, just run. It's a no-win. A friend of mine told me that he told a girl that she was stupid. And I said, really? I said, give me her number. Because I called her and I asked her to never talk to him again.
Absolutely.
Because it's a way to talk to everybody. You don't have to scream. You don't have to yell. You don't have to call anyone out of their name. It's unfair.
Absolutely.
Because it's just not right. And let me say this. It's not just men abusing women. It's women abusing men as well.
You got it.
It's
a two-way street.
Absolutely. So, and the hotline is, oh God, I just went blank.
While you're thinking of that, what's your foundation again? Tell them where to go.
The Purple Bottom Foundation, and that's www.purplebottomfoundation.org. Yeah, and just call 911 if somebody's doing crazy. But there's we can't on the air talk about the way to leave.
Yep.
But it's unless he's beating the crap out of you, get a plan. There's rules to the plan.
Yep.
You can find it all out online, because I drew a blank trying to pull the number. But my number is 323-500-9749. Call me. I can lead you there. But it's a lot. It's bad. I never wore my hair off my face until this 2016.
Wow.
Because I have you see?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
the
I
scar.
was cracked inside 16 stitches.
Oh my God!
Yeah, because I was abused. But
Wow.
If we don't when you're in it and you get out of it, don't date for a while, because you need to find yourself. And what happens is people that I'm a survivor.
Right.
But people that are in it, you wind up from one to another. So if you leave and don't have a game plan, you wind up back.
Oh yeah.
Or in another one.
Oh yeah.
So you
cycle continues.
Yeah, it does. So there's so much help out there. So much help.
Any specific place online that they can go look up something?
Domestic violence.
violence.
Just look up domestic violence.
There you go.
There's numbers for men and women. There's a hotline that's 24/7. That's worldwide. And you just want to, you just want to not get hit. Hitting is not okay.
No, it's not.
Ever.
Even the verbal abuse is extensive, is beyond words.
In my marriage, I was verbally abused. Yeah. And after that, I went from one to another until I thought, this is bad. My daughters, I was in a relationship where I didn't know. You don't usually know. I mean,
Absolutely.
You may know today. I didn't know.
Right.
There was a gun pulled on me.
Oh my gosh.
And that's when I broke. And that's when I started to, how do I give back? How do I help women and young women?
Right.
It's starting at 17, 18 now. The young lady in Chicago, I believe she was 18. That her boyfriend killed her and then jumped out the window. He should have just jumped out the window first.
Did he die?
Yeah, he did, but
what a wuss.
Yeah, but it's we come in this world unless we're twins one at a time. We still come one at a time.
Oh yeah.
But you live in a box one at a time. So stop trying to think that you're the God that helping me get out of here. I didn't need the help. Nobody needs the help. You know.
Got that right.
It's a lot going on in the world today, and I just think there's got to be more love in the world, and I think that starting with things like, if you notice, there's a lot of concrete in the world. I myself go out to the beaches and the grass, and I put my feet on the grass.
Oh yeah.
Because that connects me to God.
I'm with you. I'm a nature guy. I get you.
And it's just, we're not here to please the next person.
Right.
And so I think that people just get so caught up instead of finding their passion to life, like you have found yours, which is amazing. And
It is amazing.
I remember
That's
you
how
in
you
Ghost,
you've
just so
done.
you know. And yeah.
Thank you.
But
You know what though? Yeah, I remember you. Now, that was God. How many years ago is
Ghost,
that now?
1994.
but I love it.
Oh my God! It's one of my favorite movies in the
And
world.
Patrick Swayze, God bless his soul, was
Oh
a
my God.
beautiful soul and beautiful person.
Yeah.
I think that this is one of the movies that, till this minute, I still feel that it was unexpected success. That
Yeah.
people, I guess, they didn't. It was word of mouth.
Absolutely.
It wasn't like something like, oh my God, this is like Titanic, for example.
Yeah.
This was like just people start talking from one thing, and every single person saw it once, twice, three times, and for some odd reason, when you hear this song, it's like you have enchanted melodies. It's like, and of course, with the mole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, making a
It's
clay
a
pot.
love story.
pot.
It is a great
Yes.
story. Boy, talk about wrench your heart.
It still
But
does.
It does.
it's
to this-
the depth underneath it.
Oh,
the,
yes.
the line element of it is fantastic.
Carlita, what is going on here in the future? What's going on? What's the next couple of months? What's the holidays look like? What you up to?
Okay.
She's invited me to her house. Thank you very much, everybody.
That was the show. and you have a milkman outfit. You have a post office one. You have the thong bikini for the swimsuit guy. But
Continue,
that's
don't
three
stop,
sizes
don't
too
stop, go
small.
ahead, all
Yeah,
of
the
them.
plumber.
Yeah.
There is a kid, so we can't do the song. There's a kid involved here.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't need. We'll give him a babysitter. We take
She.
him.
She.
Really?
Yeah, that's daughter.
Does she like movies?
We won't do the song.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what's happening for me?
No problem. Okay, he's going to be in a full-on work outfit.
Absolutely.
Okay, so carry on.
And I am a holiday person.
Oh, yeah.
I love holidays because I cook
Nice.
very well.
Nice. We're over at your house eating.
Yeah, so I'm going to be cooking. I cannot bake, but I can cook. So I'm going to be cooking for Thanksgiving, of course. And I'm hoping that my son comes out. He's in
Nice.
Chicago. I'm hoping that he comes out.
Awesome.
And I'm going to continue to write this script because it's harder than writing a book.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so different. But I do have a friend that writes with me.
Nice.
And I have to go like, no, I wouldn't say it like that. And I'm really going to get focused on that. And I am going to be writing book 2 to that book. But it's going to be more, it's going to be more uplifting. You
The
know,
healing?
like, absolutely, because I don't want to do any more dark.
Right.
I'm going to revise that one. I'm changing the cover. Yeah, and reintroduce it with book 2.
I got
So I'm going
it.
to do that.
Interesting. It's like
And-
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but it's just going to be one script.
I got
It's
you.
not going to be in
I
part
got
2
you.
because that happened really. And then I'm going to be taking some meetings with this man right here and yourself.
Hey,
Yeah, so
that's
we're going
right.
to be
We've got
putting
some
our
bigger
heads
things
together.
to talk
Absolutely.
about.
I'll tell you
So-
something. I have being in the business for 35 years and meeting a lot of people. I definitely will have the right thing for me to tell you.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
And I will introduce you to my agent.
I
and
like it a
then,
lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot too.
I also want to reach out. I got to thank my PR team and Diana Kelly. She runs so much for my world. Diana, thank you so much. And my kids, all 3 of them, are doing amazing. And I'm proud of all of you and everybody in my life. You all have made me and helped me become what I am, and that's the dream of my life.
Awesome.
And so everybody had a part in it. And it wasn't the good, the bad, the ugly, the sweet, the sour. It all was a big gumbo soup of Paul Paget Rockers for Wildlife.
Woohoo.
Oh, yeah. I'll get you a big old spoon, a big old Jethro one from the Beverly Hillbillies.
I need to
That's
also
about
give
as
a
big as my mouth is.
I need to give a big shout out for my boys. I miss them a lot, and I didn't talk to them for almost a couple of years now, and I love them. I miss them a lot, and for my family, the support that they give me, and my friends as well. And again, you know what is that we need each other to make a difference in this world, and
Yes.
we live in a beautiful nation that do make dreams come true. It's just all what you need to do. If you have the talent, again, please, for every single person, do not abuse it.
Right.
Learn how to make it grow. And if you don't know how, you ask the people around you, the right people, not the people that anybody who give you a negativity. This is called abuse.
Dream stealer.
Absolutely, you know,
Yeah.
if they tell you that I've been there, I know, you know what, turn and run.
It's
because,
it.
you know.
You got it. You know, here's the thing. Everybody's got, when you're going through situations and relationships, it's a tough area, but everybody turns into a relationship expert all of a sudden. It's funny, somebody telling me, because I'm going through a handful of things myself right now, so everybody's given the best advice they know how to. I get it. But bottom line is, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. It's none of my business, and I'm living my life for me, and that's all I can do today. It's the
Amen.
best I can do today, and I hope that serves everybody tomorrow by the decisions I'm making today.
Love
With
yourself.
that being said, you have anybody you need to thank real quick, Carlita? We've got to run.
I'm going to thank you.
Oh, baby.
I'm going to
Thanks.
thank you.
Pleasure
And
so
thanks
much.
for having me. I'll
my
thank
God.
my children for being who they are and just sending out a whole bunch of love.
Oh, yeah. You know what? We're going to have to put a big old party together and
Yes.
celebrate life.
Absolutely.
Celebrate the journey.
Absolutely.
Celebrate all of the people, good or bad, that helped us become what we are today. With that being said, always remember, even if there's somebody you don't like that they became something bad in your life, still love them and like them for the moment that you originally did. Things go bad, things go south, people go their own ways. It's just the way it is. It's life. Enjoy the journey. That's all I'm going to say. This is Paul Paget, Rockers for Wildlife, and you know what? We have a lot of wonderful things going on. We've got tons of red carpet stuff. We've got several films we're working on.
Ooh.
I know that we're going to be talking to our lovely Carlita Hodges. This is her book, Carlita's Way Out of the Dark into the Light. I'm holding that in front of the camera. Saeed, oh my God, amazing on all the film work. Congratulations on the success of your movie. I'm just stunned, stoked, and looking forward to the future of getting to produce with you too.
Amen.
With that being said, everybody have an amazing, blessed day. We've got an amazing lineup the rest of the year. It's going to be hot. Everybody look at the camera and say bye. Woo! We love everybody. Y'all take care. We'll see you next week. There, you got some country too. I said
Peace.
y'all. Here you go.
You're listening to Rockers for Wildlife Radio with Paul Paget, only on LA Talk Radio.